Hi everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Optical Entrepreneur. So I am here on location in sunny Cleveland, Ohio. It's not too sunny right now. It's been a bit stormy here today, but I am here in Cleveland, which is the home of the Cleveland Browns, the home of the Cleveland Cavaliers, the home of Superman, and the home of Dan Kennedy, who is a marketing genius, if you don't know him, and he's one of my mentors, and I think the most important mentor I've had in terms of impacting how I think about business and about life. So I am here for a couple of days, for 5 days, to attend a conference, to meet with my coach and mentor, and to take some time to think about the bigger picture of my business, both my practice, Jones & Co Styling Opticians, as well as my second business, which is Optical Success Academy, working with you guys and creating this community of other like-minded independent practice owners. So I believe as a business owner that you have to take time away from your business in order to grow. You have to carve out time to get away from the daily grind of being in the business in order to really find the breakthroughs that will help you grow as a person and be able to take your business to the next level. It's a practice that I've thankfully had from my very first year in business. I can still vividly remember, literally within weeks of opening my first practice, where it definitely wasn't making any money, but within a couple of weeks we abandoned our only staff member, and myself and Tarek at the time, my business partner, and we flew to Palm Springs to attend a week-long conference that we thought would help us learn this thing called business. And it's a practice that I've continued to this day, and I'm still doing it here today, obviously. So yeah, I think the reason that you need it is when you're in your practice, when you're in your business, there's something called decision fatigue, which is you burn yourself out and you wear down your ability to think clearly and strategically when you're dealing with lots of micro decisions on a daily basis. When you're in the thick of it and making sometimes hundreds of decisions on a day-to-day basis, replying to emails, replying to queries, giving your staff answers, taking care of all the details that go along with running a business. And it doesn't leave any space, it doesn't leave any time for the bigger picture thinking that can really, truly help you build the business that you really want. So on a day-to-day basis, you're not really devoting much high-level energy and attention and time to thinking about the future of your business. So that's the beauty of coming away and taking time, giving yourself time to work on the bigger picture. It means you can devote high quality time and attention to the biggest thing, the future of your business, the future that you're trying to create, the big picture. Because like today, what I haven't been doing is I haven't been worrying about any details. I haven't been answering any queries, or literally the only thing I've been thinking about for the last really 48 hours has been the big picture. What do I want to do? What do I want to get out of my business? What do I want to change? What do I want to do next? So that's why you need to create this space to allow yourself time to do that, and that's where the breakthroughs come from. I called home earlier today and was speaking to Catherine and the boys, Catherine, my wife, and she asked, so when does the conference start? And she said, does it start tomorrow? And I said, no. And she says, what do you mean? And I said, well, it starts on Friday. Oh, right, Friday morning. And I said, well, no, it starts on Friday evening. And she said, so why did you leave here on Wednesday morning to go to a conference that starts on Friday evening? And I explained why. And she was fine with that. But the reason why is because I learned something years ago called the golden 24 hours. So that means the 24 hours before you attend an event, a conference where you're kind of going to be thinking about the big picture, or the 24 hours after you've attended a conference or something that's there designed to help you think about what you really want and what you're trying to do. You need that time to reflect to do this thinking. Sometimes if you just turn up, do the conference and go and straight back into the thick of things, it doesn't give you the time to really reflect on things. So that's really what I've been doing. I had obviously the whole day, pretty much yesterday on the plane, to be thinking and to be working on my business. I'm working on myself. I got in late last night. I managed to catch a baseball game, which was cool and a nice experience. Today I've had the whole day working, but enjoying Cleveland and all that Cleveland has to offer. But ultimately thinking again about the big picture that I have, and thinking about how do I evolve, how do I keep moving things forward, and how do I keep growing. So that's something that I think it's not a luxury. I think it's a necessity when you're a practice owner, because you're just getting hit by so many things on a day-to-day basis that sap your energy and take your time and attention away from the big stuff. So that's why you have to carve out the time to do that. You may have heard, and we'll be announcing more details very soon, but I've announced and launched a new mastermind group in Optical Success Academy, and we're committing to doing these types of meetings, these types of events, 2-day meetings, 5 times a year. So we've got 5 events planned in the next 12 months, happening in 3 different countries, really 3 different continents, if you like. And why am I going to the energy and the time to put on these events? It's really because I know from my own experience that as business owners, we need that space to be surrounded by other like-minded business owners, thinking about the big picture stuff, thinking about the things that make a difference, and taking the time to work on it. So listen out for the details of that. I'm looking forward to telling you all the locations and what we've got coming down the pipeline. And the most important one, to kick this off, we've got a meeting in Manchester happening in September, so not that far away, and it's called Scaling Up for Success. And this is about developing and growing your own leadership team, developing the leaders in your team, as well as developing yourself as a leader in your practice and your identity. Sometimes it takes an identity shift to start thinking of yourself as a leader and thinking of the things that you need to do in order to develop the people in your team so that you can create the freedom that you want as a business owner, so that you can take the time away from your practice and still see your business do well and still see your practice thrive. So we're really going to be diving in deep on that subject of how to develop your leaders, how to create that right hand man or woman on your team who really runs the day-to-day operations of your business, and how you can elevate yourself to that higher value thinking and higher value work that will keep moving the business forward, because no one else is going to do that. Everyone else is happy to do the day-to-day stuff that's required to look after clients and serve clients and look after the business on a day-to-day basis, but nobody but the owner, nobody but you is going to take the time to think about how do we evolve, how do we keep moving forward, how do we avoid stagnating and kind of getting stuck at a certain level. So yeah, please join us in Manchester. You can find out all the details by going to www.osalive23.com, osalive23.com. We've got an amazing couple of days planned. We're bringing in 2 amazing speakers that are really expert on the subjects of leadership, looking at it from 2 different angles. I will be there, and I will be going through in depth the system that I'm using to run my practice through my team, through the leaders in my team, the system that I use to create Catherine's role and train her on how to run the practice on a day-to-day basis while I'm not there. So we'll be going in depth in that, and most importantly, you'll be there surrounded by other amazing practice owners with a positive mindset and a real ambition for becoming better business owners and achieving at a higher level. So really excited to see you there. And yeah, so this is me signing off from Cleveland, and I will look forward to seeing you in Manchester very soon. So remember to go to osalive23.com, get all the details, and if you have any questions, just reach out to the team via email and they'll be happy to help. Okay, I will talk with you all soon. Thanks, guys.